All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll just start our jogging like usual, just for our warm up, just a little jog. We got some squats and presses today. We have some side lunges and bicep curls. And then we're going to do some single leg Romanian deadlifts and leg lifts on the floor and probably some pullovers. So a few different weights today. And then if there's anything you don't want to do, obviously do something else. Jacqueline, if you don't want to do actually you'll be okay with those single leg RDLs. Those are fine. It's the double leg that are a little hard on your back, but we got single today. All right, so let's go to jumping jacks. So you can either take it step out or go to your full jumping jack. Jumping jacks. All right, let's pretend we're jumping rope. So feet together and jump, or you can do a little side to side. All right, let's warm up with squats. So body squats. And then now let's go squat up on the toes and reach. So add that calf raise. All right, we got 12 to 15 push-ups. 12 to 15, so whatever works good for you. And if you want to do them on an incline, so let's get some push-ups. 12 to 15 reps. When you're done, come up and start some running in place. So get 12 to 15 reps and then back up and we'll run in place. And then we're going to start with some back curtsy lunges. So kind of like the skater, but warm those knees up, warm those glutes up. And then once you feel good, pick up the pace, add that little hop up and over. All right, let's get another set of 12 to 15 push-ups. And then when you're done, I want you to flip over and give me some crunches or sit-ups. So if you're not a fan of sit-ups, then just stay down there. Give me some crunches. All right, great. Okay, if you need to stretch out at all, stretch out. So, and then just kind of watch me while you're stretching a little bit. You're gonna want one heavy weight. If you don't have one heavy, you can use two lighters. But the one heavy, what I want to do is I want to have kind of a narrow stance or just hip width stance squat. And then you get low, touch your elbows to your knee, and then press up. And use momentum. So squat, and then use momentum for the press. So that's why you can go a little bit heavier if you have the weight available. And then the other exercise is we're going to go side lunge plus a bicep curl. So maybe it's a little bit lighter for those. And then we're going to have two weights, or you can hold one heavy weight, and we're going to do alternating. Single leg. All right, so that's our circuit for today. So grab that one heavy weight, have that lighter weight if you need it for curls, and then the one heavy or two weights for single leg. And we're going to use momentum. So try to go heavier. Try to go heavy because you're going to use that momentum for the overhead press. So see if you can get those elbows to the knees. Close. If you can touch, great. I have short legs. If you can't, but get close, that's great. And use that momentum. Squat low, press up. Looks really good. Good. Okay, so now we're going to go to the side lunge and a bicep curl. And we're going to use momentum for this as well. So hopefully you can go a little bit heavier. So you're going to give me that good side lunge and then bicep curl and use momentum. So side lunge and then pop and pull that weight up. Curl it. Take your time. Get a good side lunge. Sit your booty back. Push through the heel. Activate the glutes. Don't let the weight pull you too far forward. Keep that chest up. All right, so go ahead and rest. We're gonna give ourselves about 15 seconds and then we're gonna go to the other side. A few more seconds, then we'll go to the other side. All righty, so let's grab that weight. Good, try to keep that left leg straight. Jacqueline, when you go to the right, keep your left leg straight. So like hinge your right booty. I know it's a hard one, huh? We'll work on it. Okay, that was both sides, right? Okay, so now let's do alternating RDL. So single leg, so you got your two weights or one weight, and we're gonna just alternate our single leg. So Romanian deadlift, lifting up that other leg. Now, if holding two weights doesn't feel comfortable for you, like you want a hand free, you could switch hands with the weight, but I think you guys are good. Stretch those hammies. Strengthen those hips. Core is tight, back is flat. Weights are close to our body. We'll go for a little bit longer, a few more seconds. Good. All right. So that was our first round. Let's grab some water, figure out if that was the right weight for you. Hey, so Jacqueline, real quick, let me show you. So on that side lunge, you want to have, like if I'm working the right, if the right's going, that left leg is straight. So what's happening is you're having it bent. Very common. So if you can do it like this, or a modification would be to just keep your legs like that, how they are, static. And then you lunge and curl. So then that leg stays straight and you're just repetitively doing it rather than coming in and having to reset. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our heavy weight for our squat to overhead press. Use your momentum. All right, get low, elbows to knees, press up with momentum. Take your time to hit that deep squat and then power up. Hit it, power up. Yep, good. Try to tap it and then, momentum and overhead. Good. Core tight. All right, rest. Let's get our weight for our side lunge and curl. All right, so I'm gonna do the side lunge, but I'm not gonna pop myself up. So Jacqueline, if you wanna see how I'm doing it where I'm not popping up and keeping that other leg straight. So I'm just sitting my butt back, trying to keep that other leg straight. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. All right, rest. We got about 15 seconds just to rest. And then we'll do the same thing other side. So you can stay static and not pop. Or we'll go down and come up. Yeah, so I would say if you're having a hard time with that leg being straight, don't do the pop up. Yeah, looks good. Good. Filling in those glutes. All right, let's go ahead and rest. And let's get our weights for our single leg RDL. All righty. Remember to keep that core tight. We're gonna go for a little bit longer, about 10 more seconds. All right, water break. Good job, you guys. Okay, last round. Grab that heavy weight, squat to overhead. Good. Onto our side lunge and curl. Looks good. Feel it in those glutes. Push through that heel. All right, rest. Got a little bit of time. All right, let's go to the other arm, other side. Get low. Awesome. All right, let's get set up for single leg. Alternate those legs. And at any time, if this starts to bother your back, just stop doing it and we can go to the floor and do something else. But single leg is not supposed to put so much pressure on your spine, like that forward flexion. The good thing about the single leg is it strengthens your hips, hopefully lower back, working our balance. We're gonna go for about 10 more seconds now, 10 more seconds. 50 seconds is not quite long enough. Awesome. All right. So we're going to do ankle weights if you're using them. And then we're going to do pullovers. So grab either that one heavy weight or two lighter weights because we're doing pullovers. Mike, if you want to grab your Bosu. Jacqueline, if you wanted to put some pillows underneath you, like your upper back and your head. If not, totally cool. I'll do it on the floor. So ankle weights if you have them. And just make sure you have that one heavy weight or two lighters for pullovers. I'm going to take you to the floor with me. All right, and as usual, if you're waiting for me, start some crunches. Might be a little too close for comfort. All right, you guys both look ready to rock and roll. So flip it on over and let's start with straight leg lift. All right, so extend that leg back there, straight leg lift, up and down. Now keep your hips square. I'm messing around over here setting our timer and I noticed my hips were not square. I was like rotated. So keep those hips square to the floor. Core is tight. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a few seconds if you want to stretch back, anything, or if you just want to rest. Now we're gonna stay on that same leg for bent leg. So continue to work the same leg we just worked, but bent. Pause at the top. Looks good, guys. Good. So you got a little bit of time before we go to the other leg. Straight leg. So we're going back, switching legs, straight, up and down. Awesome. All right, we got a few seconds and then we got to do that same leg for bent. Awesome. Okay, you got a few seconds to get set up for your pullovers because Mike can do it on his Bosu. We can just do it on the floor. But what you could do is you can stack some pillows or something underneath your upper back if you wanted to. And then this will give you a little bit more range of motion for that pullover. But if you don't have like a pillow or something that you wanted, you just would do them on the floor. And then a lot of times on this, I'll add a hip lift if I'm not on something. All right, that was good. So go ahead and get back to the floor. We're gonna do side lying. So get off that Bosu, just meet me on your side, and we're gonna circle forward. So toe is down, core is tight. We're gonna circle forward. Trying to focus on glutes, keeping the tummy tight. All right, reverse your circle. Pull your belly button in, don't let it be poofed out. Keep that core braced, tight. Good, let's go to inner. Make sure you're working the inner thigh. Good, all right, let's do the same thing. Let's go to the other side. So we got our little circles. Circle forward. Good, let's reverse it. Working those glutes. Awesome, all right, we're going to inner. Good, all right, we got our pullovers. So set up on the Bosu pillows, whatever, or we're gonna go to the floor and just do them. I'll just do them on the floor. And I'll add my little hip lift. And the idea is we're working the lats underneath your armpit area. Awesome. All right, let's put that weight down and let's flip on over to all fours. Got a little bit more time left. Okay, so we're gonna go all the way up donkey kick on your hands or your elbows. So all the way extend up. All right, let's go to the other leg, all the way up, donkey kick, pause at the top. Good. Stretch back for me. All right, so we're gonna do the donkey again. We're gonna go back to that first leg and we're gonna add a pulse at the top. So kick it straight behind you and up, but pulse. And then bring it back down. All the way up, pulse, pulse, up, up. Good. All right. Same thing, other side. All the way up. Add your pulse. Elbows are your hands. Good. All right. Let's finish it with sit-ups or crunches. So having ankle weights makes the sit-ups a little easier. But if you don't want to do sit-ups, and Jacqueline, you may want to just do crunches because of your back. And just really working that core. So you want to exhale on your way up. Even on your crunch, you want to exhale when you come up. All right, rest. Whew. Good job. That was our 30.